Morning, grateful students. Welcome to today's science lesson. As usual, before we begin, let's check our homework. Now, in the workbook, page 8, the question 2. Complete the sentences with the words in the box. It's easy because the words are already given. Now, an animal that hunts other animals is called? Yes, predator. And the animal it hunts, or the animal which is being hunted, is called its prey. An animal that eats only plants. Yes, herbivore. An animal that eats mainly meat. Yes, carnivore. An animal that eats both plants and meat is called omnivore. Good. Now the next one. Look at these animals. Bring all the carnivores in one color, herbivores in a different color, and the omnivores in a third color. Same like we did last time with the non-living, living, and once living. Make sure you use three colors. Use carnivores one color, herbivores different color, and omnivores in a third color. Here I have used red for carnivores, green for herbivores, and blue for omnivores. So the first one is the mouse or a rat. What is it? Carnivore, herbivore, or omnivore? It is an omnivore. What about a bear? Yes, a bear is an omnivore. Monkey? Yes, monkey is also an omnivore. What about the locust or grasshopper, the insect? Is it a carnivore or a herbivore? It's a herbivore because it's on. You can see this on plants or grass, right? What about elephant? Elephant is definitely a herbivore. It eats only leaves and yes, of palm trees or coconut trees. Yes. The next one is a variety of goat. It's called ibis. It's also a herbivore. What about horse? Yes, horse is also a herbivore. Then you can see a goat over here. Goat is also a herbivore. What about the spider? Spider is a carnivore. It eats other insects, right? So what about shark? Yes, carnivore. Eagle. Yes, of course, carnivore. Lion. Again carnivore. And the snake? Surely carnivore. Now the last one, can you write the plants and animals in the correct order? Complete the food chain with the words in the box. Antelope, grass, cheetah, caterpillar, bird and leaf. So first one we can start with grass, antelope and cheetah. The next one, leaf, caterpillar, bird. Very good. Now let's move to our lesson today which is respiration. By the end of today's lesson, you will be able to explain the purpose of respiration, describe how humans, fish, and plants obtain oxygen for respiration. We already learned this word. Remember when we learned the seven life processes, respiration, breathing. But we need to know the purpose, why we are doing it, and how do humans, fish, and plants do it. So first of all, can you swim underwater? Yes, you can. But sometimes you need to return to the surface for air, right? If you continuously stay underwater, you will feel breathless and you can die. Without our air, you will die in a few minutes. Why? Because air contains oxygen and we need the oxygen. Our body uses the oxygen to burn food. So what is happening to the oxygen? It's used to burn food in our body in order to give us energy. This is called respiration. Using energy to burn food is called respiration. Humans and most animals breathe through their noses and mouth. Yes, we take in the air through our nose and mouth. And what happens to the air which we take in? It enters the lungs and then the oxygen passes into the blood. So it goes to the lungs, it fills in the lungs and it's taken into the blood. You can see in the picture the lungs. What about fish? How does a fish breathe? Even fish needs oxygen, but the oxygen it's dissolved in water because the fish lives in water, right? Just like sugar does in tea. What happens if you mix sugar in tea? After some time, you cannot see the sugar because it dissolved. Same way, the oxygen is dissolved in the water. And fish uses their gills. They don't have lungs or nose or mouth like us. They have gills. Gills are organs which supply them with oxygen. If you have seen a fish uh, near the head, you can see gills inside. So what happens is that you can see in the picture, the gills is closed and they open the mouth to take in water. And then they close the mouth and the gill cover gets open and they remove the water out. They take only the oxygen inside, but the water is being removed out. Because fish has special from us. It's very different. If we take water inside, it will go inside. There is no way for us to remove water, right? To separate oxygen, but fish can do that. What about plants? Do you think they breathe? Yes, they breathe. They take in oxygen and they give out carbon dioxide. Plants don't have mouths, nose, lungs, or even gills, but they take in oxygen from air through tiny holes in its leaves called pores. You can see in the picture, it has tiny holes. We cannot see it with our naked eye. If you take a leaf and look, you cannot see any holes. We need to take a microscope actually to find the tiny holes. And we know that plants take in carbon dioxide and give out oxygen, but this is when they make their food during photosynthesis. But normally, like at night when they breathe, they take in oxygen and give out carbon dioxide. Whales and dolphins have lungs like us, not gills like fish. They come to the water surface every few minutes to breathe. So, if you look at the picture here, you can see a hole on the top of the dolphin. It acts like a nose for them. It's not actually the nose, but it acts like that. They come to the surface, it's easy for them. They don't have to come completely out of the water. Just this part comes out of the water and they can breathe. Even whales are like these. So, with that, we are done with our lesson. Can you all open Pupils Book, page 20? What you have learned. Let's do it. All living things must take blank from the air to release energy from their food. What they need? Yes, oxygen. This is called, yes, respiration. Humans, horses, and other large animals breathe air into their lungs. Fish have what? Fish have gills. A plant can take oxygen into its body through tiny holes called pores. Okay. Now open your notebook. Let's do the check your progress. Don't forget to write today's date, the lesson name, the topic, and the page number. And also the subheading, check your progress. Now, what is respiration? That's the first question. What is respiration? Yes, it is it's using oxygen to burn food in your body. So, respiration means using the oxygen to burn the food. Number two, why do you breathe more quickly when you exercise? Why? Because when you exercise, your body is working hard, right? The harder we work, the more oxygen we need. Number three, how does a fish obtain oxygen it needs? Yes, by breathing through its gills. Number four, a plant does not have mouth, so how do oxygen enter its body? Yes, it has tiny holes called pores, right? Oxygen enter through pores in the leaves. Now let's do the workbook. Okay, the first one is true or false, right? You have to put a tick mark if it is true and a cross mark if it is false. Letter A. Animals need oxygen to survive, but plants do not. Is it true or false? It is false. Why? Because plants also need, right? Now, using oxygen to burn food in your body is called respiration. Yes, it's true. Respiration releases energy from food. Yes, it gives you energy, we just told, so it's true. When you breathe, oxygen passes from your lungs into your stomach. Is it true? No, it's not. It passes into the blood. Let's move to number 2. Now here, a pupil or a student counts the number of times he breathes in 1 minute after performing different activities, and he records his result in a table. So you can see the activity here: resting, walking, jogging, skateboarding, football, and sprinting. And the number of breaths he has written down: 15, 20, 25, 25, 30, and 40. So question 1, how many breaths did he take in 1 minute when playing football? It is, yes, 30. Now the next one, explain why his breathing was faster when jogging than when resting. Yes, we discussed already, when your body is working harder, you need more oxygen because he was working harder. And which activity uses the most energy? Yes, sprinting. Why? Because it took more breaths per minute. Now, the next one is to draw a bar chart of the result. So, you can add extra column of the boxes because the graph won't be enough for you. So, we need to mark below like resting, walking, jogging. I'm just writing R, W, J, S, F for football, and SP for sprinting because we already have S for skateboarding. So you can see that when you write, you write in one box and you leave the next empty, then you write the next one, so you need to draw one extra one. And on these sides we will write the numbers 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Now when you draw the bar chart, how many is breaths does resting take? It takes 15, so you will color 3 boxes. What about walking? It takes 20, so you take 4 boxes. The other next one takes 25, and the next one also 25. The next one it takes you 30, and the last one takes 40. So this is how you can draw the bar chart. Now in the next page, page 10, let's do question 3. That's the last one we are doing. Rearrange these words to make sentences about respiration. The first one. Yes, the word the is the first because it has capital letter, and oxygen is the last word because it has full stop. So the air contains oxygen. Next one. A plant breathes through its okay. A plant breathes through pores in its leaves. Next one. A fish can breathe in water because yes, it contains dissolved oxygen. So with that, we come to the end of today's lesson. Thank you. I hope you understood the lesson. See you in class.